toughest one is when you lose that G string, bro.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man.
You don't want to lose the G string, Walt.
You don't know whether to go high or low. You don't know whether to go high or low.
Walter.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man.
Well, Chris kind of introduced us as our two guitar players, but we actually include Sheldon in that as well. We all three of us have been on stage together, playing together. So I always think of it as all three of us as the Kalimba guitar players.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's right. Thank you for letting me play the missing G string.
You're so bad.
I see. We're not going to get away from that G string.
We'll start something now.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. I opened up that can of worms, didn't I?
Yeah. I thought we were supposed to be talking about music.
That's right. We are.
Yeah.
That's a nice segue. Let's talk about music.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. It's just, man, Sheldon's been out, man. It's been an inspiration for me, man, for a good minute, man. Man, I appreciate what the brother brings to the table as an artist and everything, man. He's a great player, man. I was sitting here the other night, man, racking my brain on that solo that he did on Sunday morning. I was like, oh God. Oh man, that was a bear, man. But man, you killed that solo, bro. You killed all the solos, man.
Oh man, I thank you so much for your support, and I'll send you a check in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say
post office box, blah 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 blah.
Oh, you want a real one?
Yeah, I remember Sheldon. I don't even know if you remember this, bro, but I first met you in Seattle, man, when you were in the middle of Earth, Wind, Fire and your whole stint with them. You probably were halfway in. This is in the 90s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I met you in Seattle. Then I met you again at a buddy of ours, Derek Clark's house.
Oh yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
the genius himself.
Yeah, so we were actually at his house, and I always thought you were bigger than life. Back then it was like, and then Earth, Wind and Fire was like, from the first time I heard them in the mid '70s, was like always like one of my all-time favorite groups. And then to meet the actual guitar player from EWF was like, even at that age, I was still like goo goo gaga,
Oh man, I thank you, man.
And then to get to actually share the stage with you and actually become a friend has been a highlight of my musical career.
Domo arigato.
Look, we don't know what you said, but okay.
Yeah, y'all up in Seattle, you should know that Japanese.
Okay. Yeah.
You, man. I mean, really, all jokes aside, thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah, but even the bigger thing is then getting down to the nitty gritty of actually performing music and playing the parts and getting to understand what the real part is, and getting to see the mechanics of actually performing and playing the part, and then getting to do it on stage is also a very awesome thing, because I don't know, sometimes people might think, well, okay, we get on stage and they make it look easy. But there's actually a lot of practice and a lot of skill involved in getting up there and being able to do it, and then make it, convincing and then entertain at the same time.
Yeah.
So, the lessons learned and the pointers and all that stuff was like totally invaluable. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that really is a reason I take it so emotionally about how it affected you is I had a time period when I was up there by myself. I was only just me at one point, and playing with Gordon, you had to play on time because he'd let you know, and I had to play Johnny Graham and Al McKay parts. And you know that can be quite confusing because they were so genius that playing one part was hard enough by itself.
Play two guitars at once?
No, just combining. Yeah, I did that too.
Well,
I just didn't play.
they'll make you feel like that.
Like that, yeah, no joke. Yeah. You know, I hear you. I hear you, Sheldon, man. It's a challenge, man, to try to cover both of those areas, man. That ain't no joke, man.
Yeah, it was a challenge, but God was with me, and I give all the credit to Him. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that, Sheldon, because there's an element of that as well that comes into play. Because I only have so much learned skills and training, and then the rest of it is God-given ability.
Yeah.
My training was either yay or boo.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's some of that yaying, not the booing part. But I think it's a good thing. You guys want to see one of the shows we did with you, Sheldon? You want to share? You mind if we share a performance you did, so people can see there's a lot of yaying going on?
Yeah, that would be cool as long as you got the yays.
I think there's a lot of yays going on. I think this is one of the first shows we did with you, and I think it's one of the first or second shows, and it just shows kind of what you do on stage, and even with what's going on last 5-10 years for you, you still have that ability. It's just an innate ability you have. To bring joy to people. And I think I didn't mean to cut off the conversation, but I think we've got some requests for some music. So why don't we play this clip of us doing a couple of EWF's top hits, and then we come back and talk for a little bit more. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, that's great.
Very
All
good,
right,
sir.
well, let's
Thank you.
segue into that here, Alex, if you don't mind, and we'll be back here. Enjoy the music. We'll be back for a few more conversations.
I tell you what, I wanted to ask Sheldon something. You guys, let me just ask him something before we go. Do you remember?
No. Should I?
Do y'all remember?
Remember what?
Do you remember?
My wife say I forget a lot, but I do remember this because it's something about my birthday. I think it's November? No? December?
The 21st night of September.
Ooh, I remember. Do you remember?
Everybody!
Somebody say yeah! Do you remember 21 September? Love was changing my mind and breaking down. While
right here, everybody. Come on. Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. Baby, spice it right. It ain't right. We gonna groove tonight. Put them hands together. Let me sing a song, y'all. Come on. Let this groove. Get your tongue it's alright. Alright. Let this groove. Something that shows us that alright. Alright. Gonna tell you what you can do with my love. Alright. Let you know, girl, you're looking good. You're out of sight. Yeah. Alright. Just move yourself. And you glide like a 747. And you lose yourself in the sky. Alright. For the clouds in your heaven. Alright. Let this go. And let the feels it's alright. 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 Let this go. Something that shows us that alright. Let me tell y'all just what you can do with my love, baby. Alright. Gotta let you know you're looking good, you're out of sight. God bless you. Alright. Just tell the DJ to play your what? Play your what?
Say your favorite.
And you know it's okay. From the sky, the clouds in the heaven. Let this groove and let the feels it's alright, alright, alright. Yeah, let this groove, something that shows us that alright, alright, alright. Let this groove, groove, it's alright, alright. Come on, Kalimba. Put your hands together, everybody. Come on. You will find this amount on the road. Take a little time. Come with Kalimba, jam with Shelton, give us a sign. I'll be there after a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down, down, boogie on down. Down, boogie on down. Down, boogie on down. On down. Let's groove tonight.
Somewhere down here.
Share the spice of life. Baby, spice of life. We gotta go tonight. Make some noise in here. God bless you. Oh.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that show. We had a great time doing that performance. Before we get back to our guitarist panel here, I'd like to give a couple of our social media shout outs. Hey Sandra, how you doing? Raylene Craver, we miss you guys too. Mary Sutton, hey, yeah, go Cougs, baby. We got some Husky fans on the panel, but go Cougs. Lorraine, hello. Jane, hello. How are you doing? Hey, Craig, Gail, hello. Let's see here. Nancy, Joel, how you doing, Joel? Jackie and Bryce, how you doing? We appreciate everyone watching. Hey, Murray up in Canada, how you doing? Hope you're staying safe out there, friend. We look forward to doing shows with you again here in the end of the year next year. Joel, yeah, he was the lead guitarist and lead singer for real. Believe it or not, yeah.
Guilty.
Hope, yeah, guilty. Hey, Hope, how you doing? Hey, Sadie, how you doing? Let's see here. Yeah, we can't wait to see you guys again. I want to give a couple of shout outs here from members of the group. Our Sheldon Reynolds, his son's on the front lines out in Maryland. Shout out to Bryce and Jay. Please stay safe out there in Maryland. We really appreciate you defending us out there on the front lines of this horrible pandemic. Our thoughts are with you, as I know they're with everyone that's on the front lines right now. shout out to Chloe and Aisha and Lotez and Arlene. We really appreciate just quick shout outs, stuff like that. And my kids want to say hello. No, they ran away. Okay, gotta love children. Anyways, let's bring the panel back. Hey, guys, that was a great show we had. We also got the chance to play in Russia together too, which I thought was one of the highlights of my time with Kalimba as well. I mean, you guys remember that trip? How fun was that?
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
Moscow.
It was wonderful all the way around.
Yeah, I was totally blown away because I never thought I'd ever make it to that place, but that was one of the best trips I ever had.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but when we were walking into the country, that was pretty different. Going through security.
Yeah.
Stone cold face, no emotion. Look down at passport, stamp, good day, and then he kept going.
Yeah.
That was quite the whirlwind, having to go in and out in, what was it, 72 hours, and we gained 12 hours going, and then on the way back we landed at the same time we took off. Man, that was crazy.
Now the one is I was the last one to walk out of the country.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I was like, just stamp it and let me go.
And I remember we got to go see a lot of great things, and our friend Alex Berdichoff out there, hope you're doing well, hope you're watching. We hope we can come back again, once this is all done. We had a great time. But anything you guys want to say about the time we get to play together? Let's, maybe just a couple minutes here before we bring more music to our fans. Anything else you want to add or share about our time being on stage with Sheldon?
Well, I guess I want to say again, with EWF kind of being like one of my all-time favorite groups, and then to be able to share with Sheldon on stage for me was just like totally awesome. And I shared the stage with the Whispers and Ohio Players and different groups like that, Tony. And I have to say, playing with Sheldon was like the highlight of being out there and performing. And like I said, I shared the stage with or played for some A-list artists, and I'm still going to say Sheldon, as a brother, as a fellow musician, and all that. It's just been real wonderful being able to play with you, and I've learned a lot of things about behind the scenes stuff, and just being professional. Even though I consider myself professional, it was just really awesome being a friend of yours and being able just to share. So. That's what I like to say.
Oh, shucks.
What about you, Walt?
Oh man, I'm about to diddle on Mike, but because like I said, I've known Sheldon for a while too. I met him back in I can't remember the year, but I remember when I first met the brother. I was blown away. I was like, man, here's Sheldon. I was introduced to him by Janie Wright at the time, Janie Hendricks, and she introduced me to him. I had just got finished playing, and she goes, "This is the guitar player for Earth, Wind." I was like, "Whoa, baby," And the brother was cool, great guy. And then again, we hooked up again in Nashville, and we was hanging out with some other friends down in Nashville, and we was at the GMA conference, man. And we was I don't know if we ever got a chance to play at the GMA conference or anything like that. But then the opportunity came up when I got with Kalimba, and then got a chance to play with my brother at that point. Man, Sheldon's just he's a great guy, and man, his guitar playing is impeccable. I tell you, man, there's again, as far as guitar players, man, he's at the top of my list, man. And I got a long list of guitar players that I enjoy and listen to and learn from, and he's definitely one of those. So
awesome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I think we should. We've got another special guest here. I think I'll bring him on before the next song. I mean, we got Mr. Gordon Campbell with us today. I mean, Mr. Gordon Campbell, what does Sheldon mean to you? You got to play with him a few times with the mighty EWF.
Sheldon means a lot. First of all, what's up, Sheldon? Long time
Hey,
no see.
what time we gonna strike up the groove, man?
Man, we need to do it soon. We're in the same town.
We can't go nowhere.
Exactly. We got to do it virtually right now.
Right.
But yeah, no, Sheldon means a lot. I mean, all of those guys were big brothers to me. I was a young guy coming in, trying to fill the shoes of Sonny Emery. So all of them really took time to like tell me, like, look, man, you got to do it like this. Or, you know, they schooled me. So, and Sheldon was one of the guys, and every once in a while, because he used to live around the corner from me, I would ride to the airport with him. So we would always talk in the airport, you know. So I don't know if you remember that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, support. It was a big
It was a long ride.
from the Valley to LAX. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna bring Gordon back on with Andre, our drummer, here after this, but we're gonna shift gears here a little bit and jump into another track we worked on this weekend for everybody. Please enjoy, and we'll be back in a few.
Jupiter. Searching in the sky, we're not quite looking for the moon. I view a mighty light approaching any soon. The need for me to tell someone about discovery. 15 seconds later, the light appeared in front of me. To my surprise, there stood a man with age and mystery. His name was Jupiter. Came to visit me. The name is Jupiter. Jupiter. I'm saying, I came to meet you. To make it rain, deliver to you a flower from a distant planet from where I come. Keep your eye on Jupiter, such beauty in the sky. We will wait for your return in the by and by. Keep your eye on Jupiter, memories we shall fulfill. Just a few of bright today and do a righteous will. Watching and considering my visual state of mind, a flower fragrance self-revealed to me inside. Sign which I had felt to live and really know. Sign which I had felt not that no man show. The name is Jupiter from the galaxy. I came to meet you to make it rain. Deliver to you a flower from a distant planet from where I come. Keep your eye on Jupiter, such beauty in the sky. We will wait for your return in the by and by. Keep your eye on Jupiter, memories we shall fulfill. Just a few of bright today and do a righteous will. Hey.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a great tune that we love to play. Continue with the shout outs as we looks like we have some of our Kalimba family. Hey, Jay Donald, how you doing, man? Miss you, buddy. Hope you're being safe and being well out there. It's only fitting that we're going to, go into our drummer session here next. But hey, Jay, hope you're doing well. And Mr. Jeffrey Lund, happy birthday, belated, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We miss you, Jeff. You're a great guy. Hey, Carmisha, how you doing? Let's see here, Bryce. Yeah, we'd love to come down back to. We were down at down in Louisiana a couple years ago for New Year's Eve. We'd love to come back. Just spread the word. Tell people about us. Share. Go to our social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Share our videos with people down there, and we'd love to come down there. Let's see who else here. Craig, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Trisha. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm glad you could join us. Trisha, we're doing this every week now to keep people inspired and keep their heads up. And Bryce says, "Tell my dad Sheldon hello." Yeah.
Hey, that's
hello,
my boy.
Sheldon. But anyway, so what I'd like to do now is I'd like to we introduced Mr. Gordon Campbell on before the last song. I'd like to bring him on with our drummer Andre Weems.
Hey, Kalimba fans.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
I'd like to just kind of do a little drummer panel here. I mean, this is the first time we've gotten to meet you, Gordon, and we appreciate you taking the time. But
Thank you.
I think I'll leave this section kind of up to Dre a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and ask him some questions?
Great, because I've been waiting.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at this cat. I like Carter Buford and Dave Matthews Band.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at you, and Carter got some chops, but my goodness, he's touching you right now.
Oh, thank you. I don't know about all that. That's my bro too. Carter's my boy.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at stuff 6 years ago on YouTube, and I'm like, it's something like Bus Tours or something like that.
Oh yeah, I was playing with George Duke.
Loose. Oh my God. So George Duke. Okay,
Yeah.
George Duke. What you got? But he probably did Beyonce. But he had Neo. You had a lot of heavy artists, and I'm thinking, my good glory, you are bad.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'm like, how did I miss you and all this guy? And then I grew up with Dave Weckl, Junior. It's a lot of fusion drummers, and so and I'm looking, I'm like Gordon Campbell, and I'm like, what in the world? And I'm you're a bad boy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to know, how is it that playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire? What was it that had to keep you rooted in that? You come in from church. Are you a church drummer, right? I found that you played in church a lot.
I wouldn't call myself a church drummer, but I came from.
That was kind of like you root in church.
That's where I started, of course. Yeah.
A lot of great ones start there. But I wonder, from that and getting into Earth, Wind, and Fire, I mean, you still have some of your church tops and some licks. How does it that they kept you to a point to where it has to be real tight? Or what did you learn as far as like being Earth, Wind, and Fire, being a drummer? How did that process you?
It's pretty crazy. And Sheldon might not even know this. Before I started playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, I was playing with Philip Bailey. Philip, he would do stuff, and we go to Japan.
Okay.
And it's crazy. I was playing at a club in LA, and I always tell people, when they come to LA, playing in clubs could get you a lot of gigs because everybody kind of hangs out. Okay. A guy named Robert Brookins would come all the time, and he was cool with Philip. And when Derek Organ left Philip's gig, Robert was like, "Yo, you should get Gordon." I sit in with him every week. Yeah. Start playing with Philip. And Philip's band, we would play. It was a different band, so we would play a little more urban-ish stuff, and he would give us a little more leeway. So when Sonny left, they asked me, did I want to play, and I went and played, and he was like, "I want you to play that." It's funny now because it's 2020. I want you to play that '90s stuff like you were playing in my band. So at first, I started out kind of playing that where you don't always hit the one, and you get, and. Then one time they brought me to the side, like, "Yo, we need you to." And I'm like, "Well, I was really only doing what Philip asked me to do."
Yeah.
And then it's like, "Nah, we want it." So I really studied Sonny, and I tried to play it pretty much verbatim how Sonny played the show. Whatever he played, I tried. And today, if I play those songs, it's a couple things that I go right back to what they gave me, and Sonny was playing, and I learned it from that.
That makes sense.
The first couple shows, you have to get used to. I grew up playing in church, but I played big band in school. Yeah, played in college. Right. I was a jazz studies major, so I was playing a little bit of everything. But that band is like, it's driving. You got to drive everything, and the stage is big, so you can't be timid. It's got to be real aggressive and real like everything, So after that first couple whatever, and they was like, "Nah, you know, Philip was like, I know I told you to play like this, but now we need you to like lock it in.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Okay.
that's what I just tried to focus on. Just playing the song. Just play the song. And you know, I learned a lot, just like in terms of like even what type of fills I can play. Like you can't play every type of fill.
That's right.
Even if I know where one is, if it's a big band with like multiple percussionists playing, horn players, singers,
so you had to share.
You have to set it. You got to lay it out so everybody knows where to want. So it's no discrepancy, like what's going, you know. So that really zoned me in on like, all right, now just lay it down. Like all the other stuff is fluff, but you don't need it.
So you became more like a pocket drummer.
Yeah, I always felt like I was a pocket drummer anyway. I never was like the extra choppy guy.
Yeah,
like
explain some people a pocket drummer. Explain.
All right, well,
in your own definition.
And this is why I say I don't necessarily like the term gospel drummer.
Yeah,
even though I am a gospel drummer.
I try to,
because it's a bad connotation that
Yes,
gospel drummers overplay and they do too many licks and all that.
Yes,
and I pride myself on playing the music and letting the song tell me
let it breathe.
What to play.
Yeah.
So being a pocket drummer is really just laying the groove down. If the groove is play that.
Yeah.
You know, gospel gets the bad reputation of and throwing everybody off. And what I realized too is the general public don't understand that. They don't. It's a feeling, and especially when you're playing with a group like Earth, Wind and Fire, like most of us grew up watching them. You can't change their music. You got to play their song.
You're right.
It's not about me at any point. It's about playing that song.
You're right. You are right.
You learn quick, you know, especially being in LA. Like if you're not playing the song, you just get fired. It's like other drummers
that makes sense.
Play that.
That makes
sense.
It's
like if you want to work, you got to understand, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I was coming into Kalimba, and I, you know, of course you hear about Earth, Wind and Fire, but you don't never play the music. And you're a fan of the music. So when I start playing, I was cutting up a little bit, and Jazz give me this eye like, no, it's like this. It's like this.
Right.
And you have to figure, oh man, you do have all these elements. You have the brass, you have the guitars, you have the keys, have percussions. So you got to actually sit in the pocket and allow the music to just be musical, you know.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, crap, because I'm so used to let's go, let's do it. And Chaz was that one that just like brought it back. Hey, this is the way it is. And so I go back and I study these tapes, and I'm looking at Earth, Wind and Fire, and it's the band collectively. Drummer don't sit out there like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wow. Now I
get it. Like Earth, Wind and Fire, like James Brown. Really, all the bands like 70s. It's a part. Everybody picks their part, and even what Sheldon was saying earlier about it's two guitar parts, and you got to figure out all the song is based on every single every element, every part. Yeah. You know, if you go outside of that part, it might throw the song off. So it's the same with the drums, even though it's multiple pieces, it's an actual part that you got to play. And if you're not playing that part, then you're not playing the song.
True.
You know, and I'm an advocate of
Amen.
Yeah, the song dictates what you play. You know,
that makes sense.
And honestly, it's hard. It gets hard because when your homies are in the crowd, other drummers, you want to show.
You want to see, you want to show them something.
and you can't. You got to. You have to discipline yourself enough to be like, man. Yeah. No, you guys can hear me later on my gig at the club.
Right.
For this gig, you know, and I can't front, not to even get whatever. The house that I'm in right now, I've been in 20 years. I bought it playing with them. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
You know, awesome. Unless you Tony Williams or somebody like or Dennis Chambers, you know, I don't know if that's gonna buy me a house. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand, and it's not just about the money, but it's about understanding how to play the music. You know, and like you said. The bus tours thing, that was with George Duke. That was a different gig. And I played with him for a while.
Amazing.
He likes that, opening up stuff.
I saw.
It's fusion. So when I'm on fusion, I play fusion. When I'm on this, I play. If I'm playing funk, it's funk.
Right.
I'm playing jazz, you know. When I'm at church, even at church, I'm not going crazy. You know, I'm playing song.
Yeah.
And I think more people need to understand it's about the song. It's not about us.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. And I've started figuring, you know, certain drummers, I call them ignorant drummers and young drummers. Young drummers just they don't know yet. But ignorant drummers, they know, they just don't want to do it. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm looking at this cat and I'm thinking, man, he is doing it. But you know how to bring it. When you go to fusion, you play fusion. When you go to Earth, when you keep it tight, and that's one of the things that, you know. So I saw when I started playing with Kalimba, I was putting on record, and I was like, okay, here I'm playing with Kalimba, we're playing Earth, Wind and Fire songs, and I started noticing that I'm not really doing as much. It's the same kind of things. And so it's kind of like, I'm not giving you guys a show what you want. I'm playing what I'm supposed to play. And so I started noticing, oh, well, it's about the band. It's not even about the drummer. So I'm actually doing the same thing. I ain't got to record that no more. So I just
you playing the part is the show. That's what people want. Yeah.
right.
Everybody has their own part. Yeah,
You gotta remember.
everyone's got
You gotta
their own
remember.
part.
There's a certain. It's a big band,
Right.
and
Yep.
a lot of spaces are already filled, so
Yep.
you can't be free falling in there.
Yeah.
Right. You're right.
Fall on your face.
Yeah, a lot of anticipated hits and stuff like that. And you just got to make sure you set it up and just make it sound clean. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
and you don't want Verdine to turn around and look at you like, oh, what's going on?
When is
Where you
that?
going, baby?
You ever
Where you
have a
going? Where you
concert
going,
like
baby?
that?
Exactly.
Where you going? Where
man?
you going, baby?
Yeah, bring it home. Keep it home.
When you first started that, when you first started playing that, did you ever have a time where you remember where it's like, ooh, I shouldn't have did that? And an Earth, Wind, and Fire kind of concert. Do you remember starting out early and some of your early mistakes? If you didn't hit something right, do you remember anything loud like that, or anybody turn around and say, "Oh, bad"?
More so stuff that I probably shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
And like going back to what I was saying, it's stuff that I know I can play and I can pull it off. And I almost say sometimes, I won't say it's a curse, but it's almost bad to have too many chops because I know I could play this lick and I can pull it out. And I know what one is. But if it's in the way, like you said, it's so many elements going on. And it's the time I was playing, Philip had a percussion rig, then Tigger would be playing percussion, then Ralph would have percussion, and then David Romero was on percussion.
Wow.
So it was a lot of crashes. So it's like you understand, like, okay, this is just So sometimes I would just get caught up and just do something.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, don't do that again. And that's almost with any artist. Like I play with, and I teach now. So a lot of kids I teach, I'm like, a lot of stuff they don't tell you. You just got to be able to pay attention to the artist or whoever, was in this was a band situation. So I'll be watching everybody.
Yeah.
If I'm playing with one artist, I'm watching their move. Like, for instance, I play with Mary J. Blige and I can do something and she won't say nothing. It'll just be like, or they're like, I can tell her threw her off. So I'm making mental notes like, don't play that again.
That makes
sense.
sense.
I can play something and she'll be like, whoo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, do that again. So whatever gig I'm on, I'm always paying attention to like, I'm zoned in to like
the lead, what they want.
The lead and just every element of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I want them to call me back.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key to make sure to get that call back.
Yep.
But no, I mean, sometimes it's just the look, but we all play our own individual part.
It's a part.
It is.
But hopefully, I'm glad we got the chance to have you guys talk because Dre, you're gonna learn. We're gonna learn a lot from those that have come from before us.
Big time.
So, hopefully this is the start of a relationship, Gordon, that we can
sure.
on you and pick your brain and
move them to Washington
together.
Anytime.
You're trying to get in the mood to Washington.
See all the sun. You probably can't see all the sun outside right now.
You can buy two of your houses over here.
Right.
I'm still waiting for my Ivers to show up here.
Oh yeah, well, it's getting walked down. It's already gone through the state border twice, so it thinks that's all.
Right.
But we got another song for you guys, folks, and so we're gonna do one more for you, and then we're gonna just have Sheldon and Gordon on to close out the show. So please enjoy, and we'll be right back.
this evening. Oh yeah. Say it's alright, clap your hands this evening. Say it's alright, clap your hands this evening. Say it's alright, clap your hands this evening. Right on. Say it's alright, yeah, yeah, yeah. Can y'all sing that with me tonight? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, let Maurice White hear you tonight if you don't mind. Yeah, say it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo, woo. One more again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bless the children. Yeah, yeah. Deliverance. Yeah. From the fruits of yeah, yeah, baby.
You know, we figured we end the show performance with that one. Such a great song. We love playing it. As you can see, each video we're doing has, you know, a different number of our members on it. You know, we're putting these things together during the week. Some of our guys have stuff happening. So we appreciate the time that that you get to watch it, and we're glad we can put these tracks together for you on a weekly basis. We can't wait to actually do it in person for you guys and do it live. Like to do a couple more shout outs here. Hey Armando, how you doing? Tracy, what's going on? Paul Benavides, how you doing all the way down there in Sac? You know, hope you're doing well, being safe. Let's see who else is on here. You know, let's see here. Trisha, hello again. Let's see here. Anyone else? There's quite a few. There's a long list. Petra, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see here. Yeah, we want to come down south to Nashville. We want to come back. We had a great time last time we were there. Let's see here. Yeah. So thank you for all those that are watching. Yes, we do have an Instagram page. Kalimba, it's at Kalimba EWF. So again, please follow us on all our social media channels at Kalimba EWF for Facebook, at Kalimba EWF for Instagram, and at Kalimba Tribute for Twitter. And then also go to our website, www.kalimbaband.com or Kalimba, the Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire.com, and go and sign up for our mailing list and join our Kalimba VIP fan page. We'd appreciate it. I'd like to bring back on, as you can see on the screen, Gordon and Sheldon for a couple minutes here, just so they can reminisce a little bit before we break for our after show. And just kind of let them talk to each other. And it's been a while, Gordon. You said you hadn't talked to Sheldon in a while. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, when is the last time we saw each other? It probably was at NAMM show.
Yeah, that's the family reunion.
Right. Everybody goes down there. Yeah.
It's good to see you, man. I mean,
yeah.
We saw a lot together. I mean, it was quite an experience.
Yeah, we've been literally all over the world together.
That's right. And we counted it off right and did our job right, so we have nothing but pride. Yep.
There's a couple cool videos on YouTube. I don't know if you know that they're on there.
I mean, I love watching the A&E live.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorites that we did together.
Yeah, that was great. That was like right when I first started too. So some of those songs I had never played with you guys before.
Oh my goodness.
Serpentine Fire. What else? There was a couple other ones, but I definitely remember Serpentine Fire. That was my first time playing that.
I just remember when we broke into I Stand Tall.
Yep.
I mean, that was a funky groove we played that night.
Yep. Yeah, it got pretty crazy. There's that video I was saying is on me, you, and Mo. We were doing I think we were doing when you would do the Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name of the song now, but it was in Japan at the Forum in Tokyo.
Voodoo Child.
It must have been Voodoo Child, and then I think we may have done Easy Lover too with Philip.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
Mo was on bass.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
with Philip. We did Easy Lover.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw it one time. I was like, "Who played that guitar?"
It was you.
Who taught him how to play that?
Bad guitar player.
Right.
It lasted for about a week.
Exactly. Good times. No, you were killing it. Yeah, they were good times. I learned a lot hanging around you guys too. And it actually helped me because a lot of people tell me that they know me from the A&E video. So it helped my career out too, even after I left. You know, still, you know, it still precedes me, I guess. So I'm thankful for that.
Well, man, God is good, and I hope we get to the madness we're going through right now soon.
Yeah.
If I can, I'd just like to give a personal shout out to my family for putting up with all this madness we're going through.
Yeah.
And that'll be Marilyn and Bryce, Jay, Ryan, and Neiman. I love you all, and hopefully we'll get out of this and get back on positive ground.
Yeah. I got to shout out my daughter now since you shouted out your people. My daughter, Morgan. Yeah, she's actually doing her thing. She's 19. She's doing her music thing too, putting out an EP and producing some new artists and starting to mix now. So she's doing a little bit of everything, making tracks. Yeah, so.
It's amazing.
Yep. It's
amazing how fast these young ones learn this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. She actually got certified in Logic too, so it's pretty good look. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna call you, but I need to call her.
Man, yeah. So she's showing me stuff. I taught her how to do it, and now she's like, "Dad, no, do it like this," you know. So it's a good look. Yeah.
Well, they had good role models, right? So it's a lot easier when you have someone who knows what they're doing to look up to. You grow a lot faster. And
Right.
That's the scary part. Is like, wait a minute, I didn't know that until I was 30 or 40.
Exactly.
19.
Right.
And you just give up. We're like, okay, it's all you. You just
exactly. You got it.
But no,
thank you, Chris. I didn't say thank you guys for having me too.
Oh, well, no, thank you, man. I appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Course.
This has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear more of the stories during this after show here.
Yeah.
But I just again just want to say thank you to everyone who's out there watching. Thank you to all those folks on social media. We're also on YouTube as well, Bryce. If you go to Kalimba Tribute and find us on YouTube here, we really appreciate that. And again, so again, reminder, folks, if you haven't joined our VIP fan page, please go to our website, www.kalimbaband.com, and sign up. Like I said, $5 a month. We've got some questions already rolling in. Would love to have you join us on the after show. You can only view it through our website. Again, that money comes and helps supports us, what we're doing right now. As you know, we're not gigging. There's really no revenue coming in. We also have a link above us here for our PayPal and our Venmo. If you feel so kind to donate to what we're doing, we really would appreciate that. Again, I wanted to shout out to Brandon Campbell. It was his birthday this week. He's one of our sax players as well as myself. So I just wanted to shout out to him and all the Kalimba family. We want to thank you for joining us for our 5th show. We'll be back next week. Also want to give a shout out again to our production manager in this show, Mr. Alexander Donahue. Thank you so much for doing all of this. We really appreciate it. You do a great job behind the scenes. So thank you. And so, yes, clap, 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 clap. So anyways, we appreciate it. Hey, Eric, signing on here. Hope you're doing well down there in Cali. But again, we'd like to leave you today. See you next week. If you want to join us for after show, we'll be back in 5 minutes for our live stream. All right. Take care. Have a great week. Be safe. Wash your hands.